Hi there. Thank you so much to the judges who nominated me for this award. I'm incredibly humbled to be recognised as somebody who's inspired you through my work in service to the global CX community. But who am I? Well, for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Clare Muscutt and I'm the founder and CEO of a startup called Women in CX, the world's first online membership community for women in customer experience. I actually started my career on the front lines of customer service as a waitress and worked my way up the ladder in operations to become a general manager in hotels and restaurants before entering the corporate world to hold a number of senior CX leadership roles, including 5 years spent at Sainsbury's, leading CX at one of the world's largest retailers. I discovered my passion for CX and service design here and actually left big corporate in 2017 to set up my own design agency, CM Experience, and had an incredible couple of years building a team of associates and traveling the world to work with clients as a CX design consultant and keynote speaker. But in 2020, I lost everything due to the pandemic, but it was this loss that led me to where I am today. My own need for community at that time inspired me to start reaching out to women I'd met on social media and to launch the Inspiring Women in CX podcast as a way to amplify the voices of women in our industry during those particularly difficult times. And it was the podcast that serendipitously led an investor to me who listened to the show and offered me $10,000 to start up what we know today to be the Women in CX community. Now, I had no idea how to build an online community, run a startup, or build a platform-based business, so completely relied on my skills in CX design to kick off a product discovery in January 2021, to bring together a group of founding members to design and build our MVP, and just 8 weeks later, launch for beta testing on International Women's Day. And I have to say huge thanks to my early founding team for this. And ever since, Wix has been a product of our community culture and our values of collaboration, inclusion, courageousness and authenticity. We co-designed the platform with our members and through Agile CX have iterated our way to where we are today a year later. A thriving startup business with hundreds of members from across the globe representing more than 50 countries and developing a team of incredible women leaders who run their own groups and regional chapters where they live, an events program that puts women on the centre stage where they belong, and a social pricing model that removes social, economic and intersectional barriers to women taking their seat at the table, taking part in something bigger than themselves, and really importantly, achieving their own transformative results. To not only survive in the first year, but to reach product market fit in such a short space of time feels like an incredible achievement. But that success is all down to the incredible women in our community who fiercely show up to support one another on a daily basis. I feel incredibly privileged to lead this initiative, and I'm just so grateful to have found my personal purpose in life in service of the women in my community. And what does CX mean to me? Well, actually being part of the Women in CX community has fundamentally shifted my worldview of what customer experience means. Experiencing the challenges faced by women from such different industries, cultures, countries and backgrounds has shown me that CX is evolving so rapidly that no single source of the truth can do it justice anymore. We have to recognise it as a way of thinking and a method to help organisations find a means to an end for achieving their business goals in a way that creates and adds sustainable value to people on a human level and thereby make a greater contribution to society. I believe that diversity and plurality of opinion is critical to finding our way through the complexity of today's increasingly challenging operating environments, and that people at the front lines of our discipline, those fighting for customer centricity and making progress through marginal gains on a daily basis, should be the ones most listened to and most celebrated. One thing's for sure, having now met and engaged with hundreds of women at different stages of their careers, we CXers have a shared purpose, mission and values that drive our desire to make a difference. I believe by uniting, sharing our experiences, learning from one another and supporting each other to overcome the barriers we all face is the best chance we have of changing the world for the better. And community is the simplest answer to advancing customer experience. And I just think it's great that these awards are playing an important part in sharing of the stories, case studies, and celebrating the people who are at the sharp end doing the good work. Again, thank you so much for the nomination. It means so much to me to know that I'm one of the people making a difference too. So best of luck to all the finalists, and I shall look forward to meeting more of you at the online ceremony. Bye for now.